I'm so excited about this trip because I get to learn new things, new way of programming from others in a city that's similar to Baltimore. And so I want to see what other people are doing, what's working, what's not working, so we can tweak our program and make it better.
We visited the Whitney Plantation. That's been a highlight so far because I got to see the German Coast Slave Rebellion led by Charles DeLong. And there was like about 500 people that, decided to rise up and, start burning down plantations. They were determined to be free. So I got to kind of see that at the Whitney Plantation. And that was a great experience for me.
Hi, welcome to Community Book Center. I'm Vera Warren Williams, the founder and director. And we're just pleased to have you here on historic Bayou Road.
I think my favorite moment was actually when we were at the airport and we all had our luggage and we were all getting off the flight and we were like, oh, we made it. We were happy. And we were going to take this group picture, right? And we were all just like, well, how are we going to take the group pictures? Too many of us. We got too much luggage. We all just hanging around, right? And so then we were told that the picture's going to be taken from above. We just took that picture and we were like, yeah, it's going to be the best picture. It shows everyone together. So I think those are the small moments that I really appreciate about BCYF and bringing everyone together.
We are here at the Tate, Etienne, and Prevost Center, known as TEP for short. We're right outside our beautiful mural that depicts the 3 6-year-old girls who were the first students to desegregate McDonough 19 on November 14th, 1960. I am so glad to have this group here to learn about this history, and we always willing and love to share the story, but to have the connection with folks who are leading the charge to educate our youth, young people are what is going to move this movement forward.
Congo Square, the experience there was absolutely incredible. There was an oak tree there that has been there over 500 plus years. And there was a spiritual ritual where you touched the tree and you got in touch with the presence of your ancestors and just the history there.
Congo Square right now is sacred, sacred land. And we talking about there's no red beans and rice without this landmark where we're at right now. That's why we have that saying where we say from Congo Square to everywhere, baby. Because this is where we are at right now, sacred land. This is where our ancestors stepped foot off, where they was off on Sundays and holidays, where they would walk 6 blocks up from that St. Louis Cathedral Church and come congregate over here at the legendary Congo Square under the ancestor tree that's still standing over 500 years later. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
I think it's interesting that Baltimore would come 80 strong to New Orleans to hear about the work we've been trying to unearth and move forward and carry along here. You're always appreciated in other cities more than you are in your hometown. But to hear others appreciate what you've done, to hear others want to know sort of the inside story and to be able to reflect on that yourself and then encourage the possibility of what could happen elsewhere, particularly from the lessons we learned. We learned a lot and the learning continues.
This is really a full circle moment for me to be able to see 2 cities that I love come together to talk about the thing I love most is our community and our young people. In the youth development industry, there are a lot of well-meaning people who don't have the training or knowledge about the developmental stages of young people. They are really good-hearted, but might be doing real significant harm to young people because they haven't been supported. And I believe that our young people deserve the absolute best.
I believe that capacity building is a worthwhile endeavor because the plan isn't a one-off. It isn't a moment in time. We need capacity building to be sort of built into the fabric of this work because it has to be sustained over the duration and then positioned for the next leg. This isn't something that we do in one felt swoop. We do it overall and in a continuous way. The only way we get that done is if we build the capacity of the players, all of the players, to carry the work forward, to experience the result, to long for greater results, to exceed the expectation on a regular basis.
This has been an exciting opportunity to connect with the leaders here in New Orleans, just learning and listening to the things that they've gone through, the work that they're continuing to do, and how they were able to galvanize and bring together folks from different sectors, partners from all across the city to step into the value of young people. We know that this is an ongoing and living document, and we're excited to take our learnings from New Orleans and bring them back to Baltimore.
To have the opportunity to come from Baltimore, but to leave Baltimore to reflect on the greater work that we're doing was transformative and impressionable.
but even more, it allowed us to come to a sense of how strong-minded and progressive our city is, and to hear those same things that were shared here in New Orleans and how it has so much alignment and intersectionality back at home was refreshing. But I also think it ignited us to want to do better at telling our story and to do better at strengthening our collaborative efforts.
Just the amount of intentionality that has gone into this convening with this group. I don't cry in front of people. I cried during this trip. So, you know, it's just really been emotional. It's been impactful. It's, you know, and now I'm ready to get back to Baltimore and do the work with this amazing group.
I just learned so much about what their approach was, how they developed their processes, how they've engaged young people throughout them and honored them and their expertise and compensated them. And I'm just bringing back a lot of lessons learned that I can apply to my own work.